Hi everyone, Tim the Planeman here, and welcome to Plane Time Holiday Edition. And Tim the Planeman is getting a gift for the holidays. So let's get inside and see what I got for this holiday season. Okay, look what we've got here. We've got something, and you can see that, what is it? What does it say? It says Radio Master. So this is coming to me from Radio Master. And what have we got here? We've got a Radio Master TX16S and some assorted oddments. In particular, we have a case. We'll look at that later. And let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, we've got a couple of little odds and sods. We have a switch sticks. This is the main event. This is the Radio Master TX16S, but not just any Radio Master TX16S. Wait till you see what's inside here. It opens here. So let's see. Now, of course, there have been many unboxings of the Radio Master TX16S since it came out. Standard Radio Master box, but we're going to have a nice case to keep it in. We've of course got stickers because the new Radio Master TX16S comes with Edge TX. And this is going to be my first Edge TX, well technically my first main Edge TX transmitter, because I've still been using OpenTX, and it's time for me to update. Also, look at this, Radio Master TX16S Mark II. So this is the second major revision of the TX16S with major improvements. We'll be having a little bit of a look at that, but that's still not the main event. Check this out. What we've got here is the Tim the Planeman custom version of the Radio Master TX16S Mark II with Plane Time custom engraved and the blue Tim the Planeman theme on all the controls. Wow, that is just such a nice transmitter. This is going to be the new Tim the Planeman daily driver. This is the Express LRS version of the Radio Master TX16S, because Tim the Planeman, I am going, and I'm announcing it now, I am going all in on Express LRS. It's a done deal. I've decided Express LRS is the future, and this transmitter is Express LRS. And that's what I'll be using on all my new models. Also, just as part of the customization and just for making this really fun, I ordered these. Let's see how they look. Ah, yes, look at this. So I ordered special stick heads, which I'll be putting on later. Of course, they're blue, iodized metal. And so we have that. And what we have here is a whole bunch of little blue labeled switch covers. So what have we got here? This one is, well, gear. Let's do something different. Let's do arm. Oh, arm. Now arm is an interesting one. So arm, and now I think my plan is to put arm, I think I want arm on this switch here. So we're going to make that the arm switch. Now there's a whole discussion about Express LRS and arming with Autopilot. Separate video, separate conversation. But you'll see why I do that if you follow that. And you might want to subscribe. So the first thing we need to do is to get power. Batteries not included. So what we need to do is install two 18650 lithium-ion batteries into the transmitter. Oh, this is just such a nice new transmitter for playing time. Watch this. Welcome to playing time. Isn't that so cool? That one is just for you, Nick. Okay, so what's so good about this particular transmitter? And just going from, and here I'll put the bullet points from the Radio Master website up on the screen for you to have a quick look at, but I'll also provide the link in the description below. There's a whole bunch of things that they've improved in the Mark II. And this is quite important because this, you might say, well, TX16S, so what? This is the TX16 Mark II. This means that they've had their version 1 out, they've gotten all the feedback, they've had the opportunity to improve it and make it into a much better transmitter than the Mark I. And so what we have is, it seems a little, I don't know, pedestrian, but really important. Improved circuitry and optimized power supply. New charging circuitry with integrated reverse polarity protection. That means if you happen to put your batteries in backwards, it's not going to fry it. So that's a good thing. And that was a problem with some other transmitters that I've had in the past. Optimized charging now allows faster charging with USB-C than before. So, and if you've had one of the older TX16Ss like I have, it can take hours and hours and hours to charge your TX16S. So now this can use 2.2 amps, then it should charge an awful lot faster than before. I mentioned the grips, and the more I think about it, the more I'm going to go with the high grips, but you've got the option and you can easily remove those and replace them. The redesigned battery cover. Oh my goodness, I tell you, removing that battery in the previous version was quite a task. And this was just really nice and simple to remove the battery cover on the back of the transmitter, which is very, very nice. The retooled shell, and I can tell you this shell really does feel beautiful. The trainer socket is changed to a standard TRS 3.5mm socket. And I haven't tested that, but I did absolutely have problem with the trainer socket on the previous version. You ended up having to sort of jiggle the plug to get the trainer to work, or even I ended up having to open up my transmitter and fiddle with the actual plug connection because the trainer just didn't work correctly. So they fixed that. There is a DIY socket here for, they say, for personal mods. Well, I can't imagine they'll be doing any personal mods, but if you're interested in that, that's what this is for. You may find that useful. Improved internal plastics for better longevity, which is great. And it says available ELRS or 4.1 versions. Well, ELRS. Like, I'm all in on ELRS now. I tried out Crossfire. It failed multiple times in flight for me. The receiver became unbound. Apart from that, it needs 2 UARTs in order to get Mavlink working. I don't know, I'm just not happy with it, and there doesn't seem to be anything going on with Crossfire, so forget Crossfire. Express LRS is the go, and this is an Express LRS out of the box built-in radio transmitter, which I love. So here we have, I can pop up some basic specs as well that cover off the key features. It's 750 grams without the battery. I've got two 18650s in there. It's actually a nice and comfortable weight. The antenna gain is 2 decibels, working current 400 milliamps, working voltage 6 to 8.4 DC, firmware EdgeTX, and everything is EdgeTX. EdgeTX is the go. Just love the touch screen on the EdgeTX. Up to 16 channels. With Express LRS you can use 16 channels. There's a whole bunch of information about how you can get 8 and 12 and 16 channels with different options in Express LRS, which is amazing. The TFT full color display with 480 by 272 resolution. I'm hoping we shall see that that this is a little better and easier to see in the in the sunlight. And of course it has a standard JR bay, expansion module bay in the back here, so that you can add another module in here. And guess what? I already have a plan to put an Express LRS 915 kilohertz module here, Express LRS again, but other modules can work. And for example, I might, who knows, might even try Crossfire again one day. Updates via the USB. USB is at the top for updating and for using this as a joystick. And originally confusing to me, but there's a second USB port at the bottom, which is what you use for charging. Important not to get them confused. And the SD card, which it comes out of the box with an 8 gigabyte SD card, and the SD card is inserted here in the bottom of the transmitter. Oh, dual speakers. I didn't know that. There's built-in dual speakers in here. Wow, that's pretty nice. Okay, so the sound should be good with two speakers. I'm not even sure where I can see where the speaker outputs are. There's one here. Oh, one at the back. There's a speaker at the back here. Is that where it is? No, that's the, yeah, built-in dual speaker. So there's a speaker at the back as well. Interesting. On the back here, there's an audio jack. So if you want to, you can plug in the headset so you can get the sound directly from the transmitter via audio. There is a UART port on the bottom. Oh, and lastly, the package includes, okay, TX16 Mark II transmitter, check. 18650 battery tray, check, populated with 18650s. A USB-C cable. I do have that. I was using it already. Here it is. One USB-C cable. One screen protector. Look, I couldn't figure out how to get that to work properly last time. I don't know if I'm going to do it again. One pair of flat grips, one pair of raised grips, and a keychain. And two different, they're different. Okay, one of them is a RP1 receiver, and one's an R88. I'm not sure I understand the difference between the two of them, and I guess I can go online and, I can see the difference quite clearly here. One of them has kind of like a little built-in receiver antenna, like right on the board, so it doesn't even need an external receiver. I've used that in my RQ7 and it works great. For a slightly longer range, I think you've got a second one here with a full-sized antenna that can be mounted and sort of stick out the side of the vehicle or whatever. So two different receivers. Of course, I already have several Express LRS receivers that I'm already using, and they will all be compatible with this model. So there we have it. That's the Radio Master TX16S Plane Time Edition. Tim the Planeman, over and out.